Gotta put out the flames. I don't know if Maya has any fireproof gear.
Are acquiring the boost. The boost has been hit by allies.
What is up, guys? Woo here, back again with another Division 2 build video, and in this one, guys, it's a follow-up for my hardwired shield build. And I put out the question to the community, what do you want to see? Do you want to see a DPS pistol build, or do you want to see an armored tank build for PvE? That just buffs your teammates, and guys, you decided to go for this one, the armored tank. This is a really strong build for heroic content. This is the buffer, the support. It's like a healer, but you don't have to be in the vicinity of your teammates to give them the 50% armor. This is a cracking setup. It's obviously PvE. I have tested it in PvP. You've seen a little bit of footage, and yeah, we had to take them guys down because they're a little bit horrible. So it does work in PvP. What I did, I just switched out to a baker's dozen. I don't have that many awesome rifles. I have a lot of skill build rifles, and that's what I'm utilising on this setup. Now, formalities, guys. If you enjoy the video, thumbs doodle. Yes, that bloody helps every single time, guys. So make sure if you enjoy it, drop the thumbs doodle. And of course, if you are not subscribed to the channel, drop the woo bomb on the subscribe button and ding that notification bell so you are notified when I upload my shizzle. Guys, let's woo this. Wowzers. As you can see on the screen right now, this is my tank shield build, utilising the Firewall Specialization. It is a beast of a build. Now, someone's going to think straight away, there is not a lot of DPS here. What's going on? You're not DPSing. Not really what this build is about. This is to focus as much aggro and threat as possible, utilising not a sidearm, but your primary weapon, which is the rifle. Aim for those headshots, because what it'll do, it will buff your said skill, which is, I'm using the Hive Stinger. Using Perfect Perpetuation grants me that extra 50% status effect damage and duration. And I've also stacked, where possible, where I can on the build, a little bit of status effects as well, which prolongs that tick. And that's nice. It's really, really nice. So you can see, guys, Firewall Specialization. And again, I'm using that for several reasons. One, the armor kit is brilliant for PvE. It's not a 0 to 100 in a second. This is 0 to 100 in a few seconds, but it gives you that extra 200% armor. It's crazy. And not to mention, going from cover to cover will grant you 30% extra armor. And of course, I'm using the Striker Shield. And that gives me that possibility to use that nice, sexy Yeah, you guessed it, flamethrower with the shield, which gives you that element of tankiness with the setup. Now you can see, guys, 1.9 million armor, 320k health, no skill tiers whatsoever. This is just an armor build. Let me go through the setup. The mask is golden gear, and I'm using the free piece, and I'm using that for a few reasons. One, status effects. Yes, I want that on the build because I'm using the Hive Stinger. And again, the way I utilize the Hive Stinger, let your enemies bleed. There's a decent amount of status effects on the build, and that will just prolong the damage over time. And then you're there just mopping up. That's the intent of the build. Also, it offers great utility and support. And when we go through the chest and the backpack, talent pieces, then you'll see what I mean. So armor 167k. Status effects 8.7, explosive resistance 7.6, and a little bit of skill haste at 11.3. Now the holster is Gilligard, and I'm using the free piece, which is total armor, health, and armor regen. So I've got a nice stack of armor regen on this setup. And not to mention through golden gear, that gives me that extra armor regen, and of course the status effects. So with this you can see it's armor, hazard protection, and critical hit chance. The knee pads are the second piece of golden gear. And with this again you can see armor, health, and hazard protection. The gloves are the third piece of golden gear, which is max out armor, a little bit of status effects, and 10% skill damage, which does help the Hive Stinger a little bit given there's no skill tiers on this build, so there's no elevation forward. Now we'll start with the chest piece, and this is what I'm talking about. This is a beast. Perfect Vanguard. This is the Dragov build. It really is, because it's freaking crazy. So Gilligard, 5% armor, health, and armor regen. With this, it's 120k armor, 7.1% explosive resistance, 10% hazard protection, 12% protection from elites, and Perfect Vanguard. Deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and grants 50% of your armor as bonus armor to all allies for 20 seconds. So what I'm saying, guys, is 50% of my armor at 1.9 million is 950,000. Doesn't take a mathematician to work that out. 950k. 950k, shit, it's a lot of armor. That is granted to my teammates for 20 seconds. 20 seconds. So you can imagine if you're running a skill build, you've actually got a lot of tankiness. Instead of running 700k armor, you're running 1.7 million armor for 20 seconds. The cooldown is 25 seconds. So if I time this strategically, then how it works is my teammates have their normal armor for 5 seconds. But it ain't just that. It ain't, guys, because I'm going to give them another buff with this build. So Perfect Vanguard, or the James Dragov build. Check this out. The backpack is the third piece of the Gilligard brand set. This has armor max, headshot damage, status effects, and protection from elites. It has Protector. When your shield is damaged, you gain plus 5% bonus armor. 5% of your total armor. So when you think about it, 5% of your total armor is, and I'm running nearly 2 million armor. 2 million armor, so 10% is 200,000. So that's an extra 100,000 armor. And all your other allies gain 15% of your armor as bonus armor. Wowzers. For 3 seconds. 3 seconds. The cooldown is 3 seconds. Yeah. So they get that extra bonus armor. So what we're talking about, 190k is 10%. And half of that, well, that's another 95k. So what are we saying? 285k armor extra for 3 seconds. So again, if you're running a skill build and your Perfect Vanguard bonus armor is gone, you will get an extra shitload of armor. So you're running, instead of running 700k, you're running, it's 1 million armor. Do you see where I'm going with this build now? I'm just stacking you up. Stacking and stacking shitloads of armor. That makes you so tanky, so the chances of you dropping is minimal at best, especially in the most difficult of content. I am just buffing your ass, and that's the way I've set this build up. I am just going to be continually healing you guys and buffing your armor. Now you could, if you wanted to, you could run the nice bulwark shield and use the pistol. That is an option with this setup, don't get me wrong. But I do like to use a little bit of damage. I do like to use other weapons, and I like the rifle with this setup. But guys, by all means, use whatever you freaking want. But this setup gives you and your teammates so many buffs. It's crazy. It makes them near invincible. It is that strong a setup. So you can see, guys, you can see my logic in setting this build up. Just smash it. And there's more tricks up the sleeve yet to come. Take a look at the weapons. First weapon is the Everlasting Gaze. I like this weapon. It's one of my favourite weapons in the game. Again, 14 mag, 275 RPM, 176k total damage. Rifle damage 11%, crit damage 15%, and 9.5% critical hit chance. Again, you roll whatever you wish on your setup. Perfect Perpetuation. Headshots grant plus 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. The cooldown is 16 seconds. So guys, just pop that headshot. You will have this ready to be procced. Again, this is not a skill build, so when you do eventually drop out your skill, the Hive Stinger, there's an extra 50% status effect damage with that, and the duration as well, which is also going to deal some nice damage. And that's what you want on the build, because it'll just prolong the damage and the duration. Whilst you're in the firefight, you're in the middle of smashing them. Do you see what I'm saying now? And also, if they are going to hit you and take your armor, you know what's going to happen. You're going to buff your teammates. You can see why I'm rolling with this now. By all means, you roll whatever you want. I don't care. This works a dream for me. Critic chance, I've opted for, if you want to go down, it doesn't. There you go. 20 rounds, I think a key. Critical chance and critical hit damage. Now we move on to my secondary weapon, which is the Sweet Dreams Shotty. I don't like this weapon. I'm not a shotgun kind of guy. I think it's very cheesy shotgun. I've always felt that in any Division 1, Division 2. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. I don't use them. But I don't really use this. I don't. But it's there. And you know why it's there? It's because of the talent. Sandman. Melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. Now, my last video, which was hardwired, somebody commented, I can't remember the gent's name, but he commented to say, oh, I use the Sandman, I use the Sweet Dreams, and this is what I do. I've been working this for a few days, and I was like, damn, you ruined the party now, you know. But yes, this is what I'm using. When you see red bar, purple bar, primarily purple bar, run up to them, you've got a shitload of health and armor already, just one-shot them. One-shot them with a melee, they're done. Happy Larry, done. And that's why I'm utilising this. I don't really shoot with this. I just use the melee. That's it, because it's going to get me that nice one-hit kill. There is a cooldown of 15 seconds, which is the only bugbear. If it didn't have a cooldown, I would love this. But it is in a good place, and that's why I'm utilising this as my secondary weapon. So guys, really nice setup. The sidearm, backup boomstick, don't use it, but I like the look of it. There you go. Now, we've seen the gear. Let's take a look at the Hive Stinger. Refill speed is 6 seconds. That's because there's hardly any skill haste on the build whatsoever. 12 charges, 8 meter range, duration 50 seconds, health 870k, damage 407k. Not a lot. It isn't a lot, guys. But again, once you're buffing it with the extra 50% and plus what you've got, the state effect duration on the build, it does help. It does help to tick along. So it's decent. In terms of mods, it is damage, it is stinger charges, and it is health. Now the shield. The nice, sexy Striker Ballistic Shield. Now I'm going to go through this. The Striker Shield is a modified version of the Crusader Shield, allowing the K8 Jetstream Flamethrower signature weapon to be used while equipped. So guys, you can use your flamethrower with the shield. That's awesome. It really is. In addition, the Striker Shield boosts the damage of the user and all allies behind them based on the number of enemies in front of the shield. Cool, isn't it? It's not bad. So you can see now, once they're in that cone, in that buff angle of 45, and that buff range of 10 meters. If someone's in that cone, then they're going to have an extra 11% damage that I'm going to deal. Great. And again, I'm only boosting the allies as well, who are behind the shield. Again, this is what I like to get up and at them. Again, it would be hitting harder because of my buffs. You can see why I'm using this now. It works a dream. Cooldown is 18 seconds. Again, you don't need this unless it breaks. Health is 4.751 million. Holstered regen 92k. Active regen 66k. The PvP, yeah, whatever. So you can see this is tier 6. Tier 6 bad boy. So it's because I've got 6 armor slots. And that is 60% active regen, 250% shield health, 40% holstered regen, and 2% buff strength. The mods: shield health, active regen, and damage bonus 4%. That's per enemy. So with this, you can see I've got the max shield health and the max active regen. So guys, you can see I am not only gifting my allies armor, I'm also gifting some damage to them as well. So you can see what a nice guy I am. This build works a dream. A dream, because everyone else will be buffed with an amazing amount of armor and also delivering more damage if they're standing behind my ass. Take a look at the stats. So with this, I've got a 24.9% critted chance, 45% critted damage, 67.4% headshot damage, 175k base damage, and then let's take a look at the nitty gritty. So there is 26% rifle damage bonus. Again, shotty 15%. Again, I don't really use it. It's just for the melee. Armor regen, that's 37k. That's nice. Max health 320. Health on kill 96,523. Some nice health regen as well. So you can see I'm just healing, consistently healing. Protection from elites is 24%. That makes me tankier. Some nice explosive resistance, hazard protection as well. This is a very, very strong build. It is. You really don't go down unless you're silly on this setup, unless you think you're too strong. But it is super duper strong. It is good. It is really good. Just again, guys, be careful because you've got 4.7 million health on the shield. The shield has, again, it's susceptible to go down. So you just need to be careful with this setup. So you cannot just face tank like you can with a bulwark shield, but it does offer a lot of utility. It really does. So guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you like being James Dragov? Because I do. I think it's very, very strong. And of course, thumbs doodle, that helps. Drop the WOOO on the sub button. Ding the bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.